Oh man, sorry about that. I'm ready to go now though. How's it going, guys? Uh Hope everyone's doing well. Uh Let me see who's in chat. Oh man, got a lot of familiar faces. Well, not faces, but you know what I mean. It's good to see everybody. So I wasn't gonna go live tonight, but then a mutual friend of ours, suggested to me to talk about this, and um I'm gonna try to keep it lighthearted if I can, but the stuff that I read is the most infuriating, disgusting, awful stuff that I've ever heard of in my life. Like disgusting. Um so absolutely we're going to talk about Josh Duggar. Now, I know his name's pronounced Duggar. I know that, but I don't care. I like to call him Duggar because he sucks. And so this dude was accused back in 2002, 2003 of essay of his sisters, right? I think, was it his sisters? I think it was his sisters. Yeah. And he was never actually charged, but he ends up apologizing, right? So to me, that's an admission. To me, that's basically an admission. I mean, come on. What are you apologizing for? Apologizing for what? If you didn't do nothing, what are you apologizing for? Makes no sense. So yeah, this dude is this dude is a special kind of awful. And yeah, I think his dad Jim Bob knew too. And recently he testified in court on his son's behalf, on Josh's behalf, and the judge says that he's not a credible witness. I wonder why. So this is the kind of thing, man, that really gets under my skin. And you know what's funny is I can't even read. I won't read what was. I won't read what the testimony was today in court, and it's day 2 of Josh Duggar's trial. Yeah. So the prosecution, this dude's 33 years old, and a folder of child explicit images, shall we say, to say the least. A folder in a cache folder in the download section of his computer, right? It has 65 thumbnail files, which is where these disturbing images were found. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share the link to the article in chat. Okay. I'm gonna share the link because I can't read the details that were gone over on here. Like, first of all, it's disgusting to me. I honestly don't blame YouTube having TOS as far as this goes, because it's you know, I don't even want to check my PP. What does that mean? What does that mean, Ember Magic? Oh, the PayPal. Okay, PayPal. Thank you, Amber Magic. I appreciate it. I haven't checked it yet, though. Let me go ahead and check it real quick. But yeah, this dude is something else. He's absolutely something else. Wow, thank you so much, Amber Magic. I appreciate that. That is so sweet. Um yeah, I just didn't put it together, Louisiana girl. so uh I shared the article in here. So I mean, if you want to get angry, then go ahead and read that. But if you are faint of heart, if you have very delicate sensibilities, um, I would just avoid it. Because the truth is I didn't need to know the details of these images. Uh, I just did not need to know the details of these images, and they're the worst things that I've ever heard in my life. The fact that somebody could do these things is one thing that's absolutely disturbing and disgusting. But the fact that somebody could watch this stuff and get some sort of pleasure out of it is beyond me, and I can't imagine what goes on in a brain where somebody is getting off on this stuff. Um, and it's really right. The homies, it's really, really bad. It's really bad. Um, so we're talking 65 thumbnail files, right? 65 thumbnail files. Okay. That's already a problem, right? Uh, yeah. So the director of Department of Justice for Child Exploitation, he took the stand today, and his name is James Fottrell. And he gave explicit testimony, very, very, very detailed testimony of certain things. Okay. This trial is taking place in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And he was arrested in April. So if he's convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison if he's found guilty. These the authorities who arrested him say that these images, quote, I'm quoting here, they say that these images are the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst. People who work these crimes are saying it's the worst thing that they've ever seen. I don't know how long the trial is going to be. It's going to be as long as it takes to present evidence and for the jury to make a decision, however long it takes. Legit question, though. I just, we never really know. Yeah, and his wife, it's crazy. His family totally supports this dude. Like, it makes no sense. Like, the stuff is on your dude. I know it's on my computer. I know it's on my computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine. And who else in that family would have that stuff on the computer? It doesn't make any sense. That's why he's the one who got arrested. So the fact that he's trying to deny it. Now, the thing is so far they failed to prove that the images belong to him. Or that not so much that the images belong to him, but he's the one that downloaded them. They're not, I mean, how do you prove that he's the one who downloaded it? So far they haven't been able to do that. And if they manage to, if they fail to actually prove this, then the jury could go that way as far as letting him off. And let's see, I'm going to interact with you guys in chat a lot. So how are they going to pick a jury that is not scared of Jim Bob? They have gotten away with this for this long for a reason. So what's the deal with Jim Bob? Is Jim Bob powerful or something? Listen, I don't watch reality TV, but I mean, I can't imagine how powerful a reality TV star could possibly be, unless, of course, you're Donald Trump. But Lindsay, I mean, that's the thing. We have to understand the justice system works a certain way. Okay. We don't get to cherry pick what what the justice system working is good or bad. You know what I'm saying? If they do something wrong, I understand it. But the problem is simply that the prosecution, it's on them. And this isn't always a problem because it came into play and worked in favor of justice when Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted. We all know that was self-defense. It was clearly self-defense. It was obviously self-defense. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think. This dude acted in self-defense. You're not running prior to shooting people. You're not running away from people if you're maliciously trying to hurt them. So the fact that this is happening, the fact that a jury saw this and understood this, this 18-year-old kid whose life was nearly ruined and probably is ruined in a certain way anyway. I mean, he also had the president of the United States lying about him, slandering him. The president of the United States slandering you on national television. The world is watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is crazy. But the jury did the right thing. Now, like I was saying before, we can't cherry pick what works. You know what I'm saying? What's good justice and what isn't, because the bottom line here is this is one of those things where we know, okay, I just feel it in my bones that this dude is guilty. You know what I'm saying? You don't get these accusations, you know, 20 years ago. You don't get these accusations, you know, going on 20 years ago. And then later on, it's found on your computer. 65 thumbnail files. 65. Yeah, what is the big deal about Jim Bob? Let me hold on. Ginger Mom is saying the Dugers are the worst type of people, hiding skeletons in their prayer closet. Yeah, and these people hide behind God, right? Get out of my face with that. If you believe in God, he doesn't honor this. Of course he doesn't. Now he's forgiving, right? He's forgiving, but that's between him and God. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to forgive this dude. I can do whatever I want. Now I'm sure, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get the whole innocent until proven guilty thing. I get that. Technically by law, yeah, he's innocent until proven guilty. Sure. But is he though? I mean, really? You know, certain cases, it's when you don't have a just a whole bunch of facts, right? Certain cases, you don't have a whole bunch of facts that make you form an opinion, right? And my opinion is this dude is a dirty pederast. I don't care what anyone says. Everybody's saying, "Oh, yeah, what?" And I'm not gonna go too much into it. Um, but there's also another situation that I want to talk about regarding there's another missing person. Um, and uh and I'm gonna touch on it lightly. I don't know if I'll cover it or not. Maybe just to spread the word, I will. Um, but yeah, dude, yeah, it's in my thumbnail, dude. This dude he's just smirking, right? He acts like he's untouchable, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, I look at this dude, I look at Josh Duger, and I want the worst possible things to happen to him. And I'm not going to deny that. You know, I mean, I normally don't wish bad things on people, but the idea that he might get away with certain things make me go, you know what? I wish something really bad would happen to this dude. Like, it blows my mind that dude is still walking around. Like, it blows my mind. I agree. I agree. That's why he didn't take a plea deal. I agree. That's why, because I mean, it's going to be difficult to prove. I mean, how are you going to prove that this dude downloaded that stuff? He denies downloading it. There's no proof that he actually did, or at least there doesn't seem to be, right? It's just, I mean, technically, the evidence is circumstantial. Technically, the evidence is circumstantial, right? They found the stuff on his computer. Other people have access to the computer. Could have been anybody. Do we know that it wasn't anybody else? Yeah, absolutely. We totally know. But it's like my man Alonzo in Training Day said, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Yeah, I mean, dude, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't blame the dude for not taking accountability for something so nasty. You know what I mean? I can't blame the dude for that. You know what they do to guys like that in prison? You have any idea? I don't. I don't. I honestly don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But I imagine that it's not pretty. I imagine that it's not enjoyable. Let's see, triplet number 3. But the feds said they pinpointed it was only him at the dealership when the downloads happened. Okay. I mean, if that's the case and they have the data of this and they can prove that, that might sway a jury. So hopefully it will. Like, it's crazy to me. Yeah, it's crazy to me that people like this hide behind Jesus, dude. Like, who are you, bro? Like, how disgustingly arrogant is that to sit there and wear the Christian, look, right? Just sport it, right? And do things like this and then lie about it, right? Now, like I said, you know what I mean? Like, this dude, I can't really blame him for trying to cover his butt, because I mean, if he goes to prison, he's not going to be able to cover his butt. You know what I mean? Somebody else is going to do it. I got people texting me. I told you I was live, man. Anyway, let's see. Ginger Mom. Having met them, I think what people are saying about Jim Bob is that he's very narcissistic and they have money. They're crazy. I mean, yeah, like, I get it. He's probably influential and has some funds at his disposal. I'm guessing so. Well, Jesus, from what I understand from my days of Bible thumping, back when I was a kid, uh, Jesus said, "Be gone from me, I never knew you." But when he does that is when you're at the pearly gates and you haven't accepted him as your personal Lord and Savior. And then at the end, at the very moment that you die, you do it. And then he's supposed to say that to you because, where were you your whole life? You know what I mean? That's at least how it was explained to me, how I understand it. Some NorCal girl. Let's see, triplet number 3. There's 95%. I think that's the percent. It's high that the federal government gets convictions on these type of cases. That's why they watch them so long. Dude, can you imagine having that job? Man, like, straight kudos to the federal officers that handle cases like this. Dude, I don't like, I mean, I think it's great because somebody's got to do it, right? Somebody's got to catch these sickies. Somebody's got to catch them, right? So, I mean, like, but I don't think there's no way. You know what I mean? There's no way you could pay me enough money to have to sit there and think about that. They have to watch these things like from beginning to end for any type of evidence whatsoever. Can you imagine that? Who knows how long these videos are? 65 different ones, right? Who knows how long these videos are? And they have to sit there and watch from beginning to end. It's, I mean, ugh. Like, I can't even begin to imagine having to do that for a pretty lame paycheck. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to pay me, dude, for me to even consider doing that job. I'm getting like high six figures. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I could even begin to think about it. I don't know where the videos came from, Sarah C. I mean, there's something called the dark web. I've never been on the dark web. I don't know how to get on the dark web, but I mean, the way that these people work, okay? Let me explain to you how these sickies work, okay? In order for them to operate, right? In order for them to operate, it makes sense that they kind of, mingle and get to know each other, right? Chat rooms, things of that nature, at least back in the AOL days, chat rooms and stuff. And these guys would talk and they use code and they do whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they help each other out. They let each other know where certain people are. They share videos, they share photographs, right? Right. No, and you're right. The seven of us, you're absolutely right. That's why I'm saying God bless these guys. God bless these men and women, man, who do, now that's God's work. Let me tell you something. That's God's work. That's God's work. Because that having to sift through this kind of evidence, having to sift through it from beginning to end, each video, God knows. You know what I'm saying? And that's just his case. Imagine other cases. But these authorities even said that this was the worst of the worst that they've ever seen. Right? The worst of the worst. And I'm telling you, when you read in that article, which I'll share one more time in the chat, when you read in the article the things that they found on the computer, shut up. Shh. We don't need any of that, right? We don't need any of that, guys. Panda, shut the fuck up. Dude, what are you growling at? What is your problem? All right, let's see here. Also, their salary is very good and pension after 20 years good, but they are special people. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, how good is their salary? You see what I'm saying? Like what is a good salary to do that job? She's not mad at me at all, Cherry. She just barks for like no reason. She hears a door, she barks. But that's actually not what happened because Jolene just ran over to the window. So somebody must have been out back. And she barked because somebody was out back. Notice how she didn't even get up. She's all barking, but like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing here? I don't care. Like loud for nothing. I just did say hi to Sam and Kat. I'll do it again. This is the article that has this is the article that has the details of what was found on those files, man. And it's bad. Like It's bad. It's the grossest thing that I've ever even read. Like, and the jury has to watch this stuff. You realize that? The jury actually has to see this stuff. Can you imagine having to be a jury, having to be on that jury? Can you imagine having to be a juror in this case? Or a judge? But a juror doesn't even get paid, right? I mean, right? Jurors don't get paid, do they? It's jury duty, right? Jurors don't get paid. Can you imagine having to be a jury, having to be on that jury? I can't even begin to imagine that. I mean, first thing, I'm voting myself as foreman, and I'm saying, hey, can we all agree that this guy's guilty? Like, you can't do that. But I mean, I feel I feel like I'd be like, I'm gonna elect myself as the foreman, and he's guilty. And anybody who tries to say that he's not, the rest of us are gonna beat your ass in the parking lot. That's what we're gonna do. Like, I'm gonna give you a throttling in the parking lot. Like, and it's gonna start with a backhand too. Like, anybody who's like, I don't know, I'm gonna be like, you don't know about what? Huh? You don't know about what? Huh? A good backhand smarts, okay? I'll tell y'all people. A good backhand, it smarts, okay? Wakes you up. Makes you learn something. It's good backhand. And then just stomp on the dude. Just stomp. Like, and I'm talking about a juror that's trying to let this dude off. I'm not even talking about Duger. I'm talking about a juror that's just even considering letting this guy off. Like, no way. Like, how do you sleep at night? You know what I mean? Now, obviously, realistically, the truth is, if there's not enough evidence, you got to let the guy go. You know, and like I was saying earlier, you can't cherry pick when there's a lack of evidence and it works, and then when it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. He's an American. Doesn't matter what his crime is. He has the right to a fair trial, and the burden of proof is on the prosecution. And if the prosecution fails to prove their case against Josh Duger, he's going to walk. He's going to walk. But the thing is they're just going to continue to watch this dude. Nobody's letting this guy out of their sight. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to let this guy out of their sight. And I'm seeing this a lot in the chat too, that it's rare that a federal case is lost. I don't know if that's true, but I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Yo, so Ray's over here saying they paid us $50 one time in Georgia. I didn't stay, but it's not bad if it's a short case. It's bad if it's this kind of case. You know what I mean? $50 is not going to cut it, homie. Sorry. $50 is not going to cut it for me to have to look at the stuff that they described in this article that this man described on the stand today. Yeah, I mean, the truth is they wouldn't even arrest him unless they felt that they could convict him in court. You know what I mean? So Rachel Lee creates is saying, if you read all the motions filed, it seems like they have a lot enough to prove it was him. I mean, they would not take him to trial unless they felt that they had enough. But it's just, we'll see, we'll see. I mean, listen, if it wasn't animal cruelty, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't animal cruelty, like, there should be gators fed meth and just have engineered meth gators in a pit, and you take these kitty diddlers and throw them in there and let the meth gators have at them. That's totally what, and televise that. Televise it. Now, maybe you, so it's not actually animal cruelty. You maybe catch a gator who's already on meth. Right? So if you think about it, right? Get a whole, just go meth gator hunting, right? But you don't kill them, you just catch them, right? You catch them, and then you feed them kitty diddlers for good, for the rest of their lives. They're eating good. They're eating good, bro. Right? Yeah, man. No oak leaf tonight. This is Cola Zero. Sugar and calorie free cola. Well, I mean, that's the thing. There's plenty of them out there, Cherry. So I mean, they're gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? You just time it to where you wait till they get hungry, and then you put a camera on them, right? Put a camera on the pit. I got it visualized in my head right now. Like you got the sorry, Panda, my bad. Like it's just like a big like container, and it's transparent. You see the water, right? Ooh, GoPro on the gator's head. That's a good idea, Ames. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You get meth gator GoPro footage. Okay? Meth gator GoPro footage. And you just throw the Dugers of the world in there and feed the gators, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you're rehabilitating the gators too, because you're not feeding them no more meth. You know what I'm saying? You're not feeding them no more meth. So technically, you got to catch, so you got an angry meth gator, hungry and going through a draw. So you got to keep catching them. You know what I mean? You got to keep catching them. You got to go to the worst possible place that's like infested with meth heads, right? And then somehow you got to give them a heads up when the cops. you need somebody in the police station. You need cops. You need cops like that are tipping off the TV show, right? They're saying, "Hey, listen, meth lab. This is what you're gonna do. We're about to bust you. So flush all that stuff down the toilet." And then you get the meth gators from the sewer, right? And you take them over to the TV show, and you get them all going through withdrawal and hungry and just tearing up the Dugers, destroying them, bro. Televise it. Televise it. And they got pictures of them at the computer. Gross, bro. Dude, the only thing worse that I can imagine than seeing those images is seeing somebody pleasure themselves to these images. That's the only thing worse. No, everything real crime. Change your name already. Stop it. No, man. Josh Duger's not on meth. Okay. I mean, he might be. I don't know. But what I'm saying is feed them to the meth gators. That's what I'm saying. Saying anybody who's a petter ass, they need to be fed to the meth gators. That's what I'm saying. Yo, these pictures are like, straighten that out, bro. Even though I'm blocking it, it's bothering me. That's better. It's a little better, right? Okay. What is this? First of all, Charlie Daniels band didn't do Simple Man. That was Leonard Skinner, bro. Okay? I know the song. I mean, they probably covered it. Charlie Daniels probably covered it. Oh, y'all can hear that? That's my washing machine. I'm doing laundry and it's like in the spin cycle right now. Let me see. Brianna saying all of this is just the tip of the iceberg, dude. This goes way deeper than we know. Brianna Colquitt, 2021. Just the tip. Yeah, it's mind blowing, dude. But yes, I know, so messed up to his own family. I don't know how the family even tried to cover it up and fix him, forgive him. Hell no. I agree. I mean, he needs to be locked up, dude. That's it. He needs to be locked up. That dude needs to have the most traumatizing 20 years in prison that there is, dude. Anybody who does that. That's what I say, because there's no curing this. You know what I'm saying? There's no curing this. This is the issue. I got real emotional talking about this on I was talking about this on what's his face's Ken's counseling couch. I was on his panel a few weeks ago and I got really upset talking about this. Because man, people are like, and I get it from a professional point of view. You want to try to understand them, you want to try to treat them. I get that. But the problem is this is not a sickness. Okay. It's a sickness in the sense that it's disgusting and it's gross, but it's not, it's an orientation, right? It is an orientation that victimizes people. Okay. Being gay does not victimize people. There's nothing wrong with being gay at all whatsoever. Being gay does not victimize anyone. Okay. But having a taste for people that are too young to make decisions, okay? They're too young to decide about things regarding that physical pleasure, right? They're not developed enough yet. They can't decide for themselves what to do with themselves on that. That is, so you're, by being an adult and taking advantage of that, that is it is completely and totally disgusting and wrong, and it's one of the worst things on this planet that you could do to anyone. So to act like it's some sort of right, and I got mad about that, man. I got mad hearing people say, yeah, but no, dude, no. Like, you're just not going to convince me that these people can be treated. That's like saying that you can treat a gay person for being gay. We all know that can't happen, that you cannot do that, right? And you wouldn't even want to try. You wouldn't want to try because there's nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing sick about it. It's just a preference, right? But unfortunately, this orientation, this preference victimizes people. It ruins lives. And that is unacceptable. It's just plain unacceptable. So, yeah, I say just you can't have them walking around. You just can't. This cannot be accepted in society in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, when I sit here and I say, and this is the thing, is these people, they're not like, oh my gosh, help me. You know what I'm saying? Some will say that, sure. But the problem is, my man, there's no helping you. There's no helping you. You're done. You've got this thing, and it's gonna hurt people. I mean, well, a lot of people who have sicknesses are wired wrong. Sure. This isn't this isn't that. This is I mean, maybe it is, but when you make excuses for it and you act like you're not doing anything wrong and you actually act like you're helpful to a child's life. I mean, that's what these people say. That's what's so disgusting is they act like we have something that you could never understand. No, dude, you have something and we understand it perfectly because this kid can't do or say anything about it. This kid can't do anything. Anything regarding something that a child is too young to understand or have the desire to do must be manipulated or forced upon. It's that simple. That you have to manipulate them or force yourself upon them. And by manipulating them, that's the thing is how, you know what I'm saying? A developed mind is a lot smarter and a lot more keen than the mind of a meek child. It's the worst kind of bullying that there is. Brianna, did you read that article? Yeah, it's really bad, guys. It's really, really bad. Ames, you're right. The children will always be traumatized. You're absolutely right. And that's the issue. That's the problem. When a grown man, because if we're talking about an orientation here, right? When a grown man is attracted to another grown man, and that grown man consents because they're attracted to, then you've got an ethical, wonderful, beautiful situation. You just do, right? Two people who are adults and they feel an attraction to each other, no matter, as long as they're adults, no matter what their sex is, no matter what their gender is, it's a beautiful thing. But a child cannot consent, not to things that they aren't developed upon yet. They cannot consent. It cannot be done. This is why it's unethical. And then it messes up sex for them for the rest of their lives. For the rest of their lives. Dude, sex is awesome. Like, if you ruin that for me, I mean, dude, like, it's literally my favorite thing in the world. I'm not even trying to lie. It's my favorite thing in the world. The fact that we feel physical pleasure from sharing, right? It is the physical act of sharing. And then you're rewarded with this wonderful physical feeling, right? Two people getting close as possible, physically as close as possible, right? Two people doing that, or three, whatever you're into, getting together and doing that, right? And then feeling this rewarding feeling of the most gratifying, most amazing physical feeling that exists on the human body. The opposite of pain. And this is ruined for someone. They can never feel pleasure from it. Everything is, there's a trauma, and then no matter what, they're reminded. no matter what they're reminded. No, I'm saying between adults, it's beautiful, Summer. Got to use your eyes, but you got to use your ears too. Okay. I'm speaking about something between adults. It is a beautiful thing. And like I said, it's literally my favorite thing. So the thought of someone ruining that for me is infuriating. And from the time of being a kid, your childhood is supposed to be happy. So not only are you robbing them of a lifetime of pleasure, right? You're robbing them of their childhood too. So it's an evil act. There's no way to cut it. It's an evil act. If a serial killer belongs behind bars, right? A kitty diddler does too. Period. For the same reasons. For the same exact reasons. You're not going to tell me otherwise. You're not going to convince me otherwise. For the same exact reasons, a kitty diddler belongs in prison just as a serial killer does, because they're dangerous. They cannot be trusted in society because they will ruin lives. Yeah, I'm gonna keep covering this, man. I think I'm gonna keep talking about this as this trial goes on. I'm sorry to hear that, Todd Kimberly. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. And I grew up with kids, man. I lived in the system for a few years when I was a kid, and there were kids that were like brutalized, and they were as angry and as mixed up as you can imagine a kid being. Yeah. It's very hard to keep your mind on the act of lovemaking because you sometimes get triggered. And that's the thing, man. Like, if you're okay, sex, listen, I've talked about this before. If you're doing it right, what you are doing is you are looking at your sexuality as a gift, not just as a gift. This is where people get confused. This is what happens most of the time. People think of that gift as being able to feel physical pleasure, although it is a gift to be able to feel that ecstasy, right? The real gift is the ability to give that to someone else, the ability to bring that out in someone else. That's the real gift, in my personal opinion. That is the true gift. There's no way, it's impossible, in my personal opinion, if each person involved in coitus, each person involved in it, right? It is my personal belief that if each person involved is truly from their heart acting with the intention of pleasuring the other, there's no way to have bad sex. It can't happen. You're not going to have bad sex. You're not going to. If that's really where your mind is and your heart is, it doesn't have to be, like a relationship type thing. But no matter when you do it, that's how it needs to be done. Period. In my personal opinion, that's how it needs to be done. For the dudes in my chat, you don't use women to jerk off. Don't do that. That's not nice. You can do that fine on your own, right? But if you're lucky enough to have a woman or man, whatever you're into, but if you're lucky enough to have someone with you and share that with you, then your mind better be on them and pleasuring them, and the feeling of gratitude to get to do that will be the fuel that makes you amazing in bed. I guarantee you that. Guaranteed 150% money back. So the point is that that's impossible to do with a child. It can't be done. That is impossible to do with a child. Because a child cannot consent. A child cannot feel that pleasure. The child is going to be confused, and it's going and is going to be in torment. Well, no one is, Summer. Of course not. But we're talking about two different things. You're talking about sex with another person, with a consenting adult. You're talking about sex with a consenting adult versus masturbation. Two very, very, very different things. There's nothing wrong with pleasure in yourself. Nobody knows you better than you. But what I'm saying is, women aren't plastic fuck dolls, and you can't treat them like that. Yeah, man. Just be grateful that you get to like share that with somebody, man. That's all you got to do. It's really not that difficult. All you got to do is just be like, wow, there's a naked woman in front of me. This is gonna be amazing. It's- and like really genuinely have that gratitude for it. That's it. That's all you got to do. What's up, Kelly Bain? Thank you for that, Mr. Harlan. Thank you for that colorful uh description there. Let's see, Evelyn. Who dat? My uncle was enabled by his mother and her brother and sisters. There were 8 of us that was tortured by him, and our parents were never told. Good thing is we put him in prison for the rest of his life. Jesus, I'm really sorry that you went through that. I can't even begin to imagine. Um, yeah, simple. And she's talking about adults here, by the way. Mrs. R&B is. You touch them and they respond well, do it again. If they respond poorly, don't do that again. Right. Right. Like I just don't, yeah, like the whole, like grown men who do that, like going up the shirt each time, like every time, even though the woman's like taking your hand and going, nope, 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 and still trying, like, stop, stop. She doesn't want you. Stop it. You won't find many in here either, Susie Boone. uh man, I don't understand it. Like, it's crazy. Like, I never date anybody, but I do like use like Tinder and Bumble, right? Like I get on there sometimes, and like it's so annoying. It's almost like the women Google what to put in their bio, right? Why are tacos always life with women, right? Why are tacos always life? Why are women always looking for their quote unquote ride or die, right? They're always looking for their ride or die or their last first kiss. Like it's so it's like seeing the same profile over and over again, you know? It's that's yeah, tacos are life. Tacos are life. It's so ridiculous. Music is my passion because I love Mumford and Sons. What? Like, and it's weird because that's like, and you see it all the time in there. You always see women saying, um, oh, come on, with the survivors. Give me a break. Listen, like heartbreaks are part of life. Okay. Women act like it's a life ruiner that you got your heart broken. Everybody gets their heart broken. It happens. It's not that big a deal. Like, yeah, it sucks when it happens, but I'm saying it's not that serious. Like you can get over that. You can absolutely get over that. There's nothing, if you're in an abusive relationship, I understand that. But like if you just, shit didn't work out, so what? You know what I mean? Move on. But it happens all the time. It happens all the time where I see like someone's I'm looking for my soulmate. Like I want a serious relationship, right? Panda, seriously? Dude, you're the man. Thank you. He brought me some food, homie. Brought me some food. Yeah, buddy. Anyway, um, I mean, listen, Into the Wild Blue, you're a girl after my own heart. Okay. I love me some White Castle. We don't have White Castle here. What we got in the South is we got Crystal, right? But White Castle, the truth, bro. The truth. Like I get the frozen ones in the box, and they're just as good to me. They're just as good to me. Wait, what? Hold on a second. Listen, I can't help it if 90% of my demographic is women, right? But I'm rude to anybody who says anything stupid. I don't discriminate. If you're a woman or you're a man and you say something stupid, I don't discriminate. Most of the time happens to be a woman, but like I said, I can't help that 90% of my demographic are women. It just is what it is. But yeah, I can be rude to women, but not directly, deliberately because they're women. No. I just don't give a shit if you're a woman and you say something stupid in my chat. So, yeah, I mean, like I just I don't it blows my mind. Like these profiles, they make me laugh. You know what I mean? Because like the way I don't understand. Okay, you're looking for a relationship, right? So right off the bat, there's these expectations. How can a functional relationship actually spark and evolve, right? If there's already expectations. You know what I mean? How can there be a good, honest, beautiful relationship? Me personally, I believe a relationship is two people got to be friends. They could sleep together the first day. That's got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, will it get better the closer that they get? Sure. Sure. Of course. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Like the more you trust somebody, the more comfortable you're going to be with them, and the easier you're going to let go of your inhibitions, right? When you're in bed. Great. You know what I mean? Um but at the same time, and honestly, you know what? I like that makes no sense to me either. Like these women are like people who wait till marriage. I can't even imagine that. But you're waiting till let's see. A woman says that they respect themselves, right? Okay, no disrespect, just saying. But there are women who say that they are respecting themselves because they're not sleeping with someone until they are in a committed relationship, right? Okay, let me let me drop this scenario on you guys. Okay, you're on a date, right? You're on a date. Date's going great, right? Don't even kiss on the first date, right? Dude is nice. Dude's the most cliche stuff. Takes his raincoat off, puts it over a puddle so you can walk over it, and walks you up to your door, and that's it, right? Opens every door for you, you know, no expectations of anything physical whatsoever. Next time you go on a date, there's an embrace. Next time there's a kiss. There's a beautiful, passionate kiss, right? And then, you know, the next time, now you're committed, right? I love you. I love you too, right? And we've just decided that we're going to be together, right? We're going to be together. And tonight is the night. Okay. Tonight is the night. Okay. And you're getting all physical, right? You're getting all physical and it's real heated and your heartbeat's pounding. You're getting lightheaded, right? Because your blood's pumping so much. You're getting lightheaded, right? That real passion, that fire kiss, right? And then, right? And then, dude, dude's junk comes out and it's like micro, right? It's like an inch long. And my man blows his load in a matter of 10 seconds. And you just committed to this. You just committed to it. You j- how is that respect for yourself? I mean, am I wrong? How is that respect for yourself? Why not just okay, let's see if we got that chemistry. There's nothing wrong with two people who are attracted to each other to act on it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly legit, right? I figure get that out of the way now, right? And then we'll see if we can put up with each other on every other level. But if that's no good, I'm not committing to that. I'm not committing to that. If that's no good, mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah, exactly, Ames. Yeah, exactly, Ames. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's silly to me, and to have those expectations to be like, I expect a relationship to happen. Oh, really? Steroids? Yeah, I'm not doing steroids. I'm not even tempted to do that. Like, I don't like maybe if I was this active working out when I was like 25, maybe it's possible that I could have done it, but I never have. And nowadays, like being in my 40s, I'm not doing that. I'm not juicing. That's ridiculous. What do we got? Hold on, man. Is the love doctor's in the house, bro? Okay. Where's Margot? Margot saying something. I want to see what Margot says. The last time you did what, Margot? Yeah, see, Ames knows what's up. I like to test drive the car before the purchase. That's what you do. That's what you do. It's only practical. Yeah, because if you actively look, right? Where is that comment? Yeah, Tanya Elizabeth giving good advice to Margot here. Margot, you'll find the exact right person. I just decided that I wasn't going to actively look, but I'm open to whoever, to whatever from someone. Exactly. Right? Why not try just being grateful? Why not just go with the flow and just be grateful for the dynamic that you develop between the two of you? You know, you hang out, and if you like each other, you don't have to like each other romantically. That could develop later, but just have no expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with having no expectations whatsoever? What's wrong with just being like, hey, let's see what happens? And what's wrong with acting on it? Like, how it makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna make out and you're gonna get all passionate and then be like, no, no. I mean, everyone has the right to do that. Of course. I'm not saying, that you're wrong. What I'm saying, everybody has the right to do whatever they want with their bodies, for sure. What I'm saying is, to me, it's not practical. It doesn't make sense that if you're totally into each other and you're feeling that attraction and you actually have to resist acting on it, well, there's something wrong there. Why are you cheating yourselves out of a wonderful experience? That's physical, that's science. There's an attraction. Why fight it? It's weird. It's weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, why not just act on it and enjoy it? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, okay, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm man. Oh, I really, really, really like Burger King, right? I really, really like the Burger King Whopper. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go buy a Burger King Whopper, and then I'm just gonna put it in front of me, and I'm gonna resist every urge to eat it, even though I'm hungry, and even though it smells delicious and my mouth is watering. No, no, I'm not gonna eat it. That's silly. That's wrong. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That's just me, though. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, getting laid isn't the problem. I agree with you there. I agree with you there. But it's not about getting laid. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying it's silly to resist the urge if two people feel that attraction between the two of them. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why cheat yourselves out of that? Makes no sense. No, this is a good point. Ellie Belly saying, because women always have takers. True. What a lot of women want is to be someone's only. Plus, the whole sharing thing women get, right? It sucks. Men and women's sex drive is so different. I don't think the drive is different. I think what you just said in the beginning of this comment, saying that women always have takers, make it easy to be choosy and picky. But men are douchebags by nature. I do everything I can to not be one of these people. Uh, I have to apologize for my entire gender, because the truth is that we have this disgusting animalistic urge to conquer. We have this animalistic urge to conquer. I was not born with this. This is why I don't make any money. This is, I was never, I never had this particular gene, where I just felt the need to take things over and possess things. I've never had that. Um and I've been possessive with girlfriends in the past when I was much younger, and that was because I was insecure. Jealousy and possessiveness, I've said this 100 times, jealousy and possessiveness are merely symptoms of insecurity. That's all they are. Like, if you're in a relationship and the two of you have like the most fire dynamic ever, like, you're not going to worry about the other one going off and cheating on you. You're not going to worry about the other one falling out of love with you. You're not going to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, I guess Amber Magic, thank you again. Um, yeah, I imagine, yeah. I mean, so yeah, we went all we we kind of lost track of. I mean, we talked about something more pleasant, I believe. I believe we absolutely talked about something much more pleasant. But um yeah, this Duger douche is going to be in my crosshairs, not literally people. Okay, as far as live streaming and talking about it, I'll be talking about it a bit more because I want to see this guy locked up. Um, but anyways, guys, thank you guys for all your support. Thank you guys for logging on and watching. I love you very, 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 very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.